I swear, every video in this apartment is gonna be in a different setup because I don't know what I'm doing. Hey everyone, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Sitting in a different spot because every video I'm just gonna change spots on you guys because I don't know where to film in this apartment. It's a real struggle in here. So today I'm just chilling in my little chair here, nice and cozy, got my big sweater on. Can we talk about this sweater? I don't know if it's gonna pick up how cute it is on camera. It doesn't look really like very colorful on camera, but it has hints of dark blue in it. I'm obsessed with this sweater, okay? I got this like a month ago probably at this point, 3 weeks ago. Look at this freaking collar, look at these buttons. I'm obsessed. I love this sweater. Today was just like a big sweater, cozy kind of day because today, as you guys can tell from the title, I'm gonna be doing a Q&A. I feel like this whole year has been a mess as we know it, and I just have not been filming as much as I want to, but I haven't filmed like just like kind of a sit down like chat video with you guys in a while. The last Q&A I filmed was in March and it was right before the world shut down. Little me had no idea what was coming for it. So here I figured, you know, we would sit back, relax. I got some coffee here, you know. I just thought we'd chillax and do a little Q&A, do a little life update, hang out. You watching, go get some snacks, sit in your bed, get a blanket, put on your cozy sweater, get a drink, and just chillax with me. Because I feel like I kind of owe you guys a life update. I know I haven't been posting very much. A lot of my videos have been flopping recently. I filmed a video last week because I was like, damn, I haven't posted in 2 weeks. Let me film a video. And it was a complete fail. I literally got all ready, put makeup on, like did the whole setup. You know, I was doing all this mess trying to film it, and then it just was a complete flop. Like, just not funny, not entertaining, nothing you would have gotten out of it. Just really uncomfortable. So that was a flop. So here I am, you know, now it's been 3 weeks and I haven't uploaded, and I'm like, you know what? I think we just need to take it down a notch, not put so much pressure on it, and just chillax and film a little Q&A. And I'm actually surprised how many questions I got, so thank you so much. If you asked me a question, I did ask you guys on Twitter, Snapchat, and my Instagram, so if you're not following me on those, be sure to follow me, link is in the description. You don't have to, but if you do want to ask me questions, you guys can follow me there. As well, if you want to leave some questions in the comments of this video, maybe I can come back to it and do another Q&A in the future. I like doing these like every 6 months, I feel like, just to do like a little update for you guys. But yeah. We stand Phil's. I just went to Phil's because my mom really likes their coffee, but we don't have a Phil's in Albany. So I had to go and buy her some beans because I'm going home next week. So I'm really excited about that. And so I got her some beans, and I couldn't go and get beans without getting my own drink. So this is the iced ginger snap. It's literally freezing outside and I got an iced drink. What can I say? I think it tastes better iced. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the Q&A. Also, I know this backdrop is like so ugly. I'm sorry. I really don't know where to film in this space, and I'm really working on it. So let's just answer a question. First question somebody asked is, how is college life during the last several months? So obviously I'm doing all online classes, and I honestly don't mind them. I know a lot of people, like especially on TikTok and like social media and stuff, people are like, oh my god, I'm failing, I hate online classes, like it's the first time I've ever gotten a D or something, like I can't focus, I have no motivation. I don't know, I'm kind of thriving. I feel like school is like the one area in my life I'm like really thriving in right now, which is weird to say because I feel like everybody else is the opposite, but I'm doing great. I really have not been minding online classes. I was a little bit nervous at first, especially because at the end of last semester we switched to online and like that was a mess. But I think the fact that teachers had to go and learn how to do online classes from the start this semester made it a lot better. There was no awkward switching. And also, I'm a junior now, so all of my classes pretty much are for my major or minor. So I love like pretty much every class I'm taking. You know, these are all have to do with things that I'm interested in. So I've really been enjoying classes this semester. I think I'm going to enjoy them from here on out because I'm done with all of my prereqs, all of my core classes, which I complained about in my previous Q&A back in March, how I had no time to film because I was doing all this work for these classes I didn't like and all of that stuff. That's not happening anymore. I love my classes I'm taking now. I'm in a class that I literally have been wanting to take since before I even got into Loyola. I'm taking advanced post-production, which if you didn't know, like editing is my focus in film. I'm a film major. So I love that class so much. I have another class where I've gotten to create like a hypothetical film, and I've gotten to edit a trailer for it in the last week, which has made me geek out so much. I've been so excited about this trailer. I actually got to interview Eric from Heart Attack Man for this trailer, so he's in a little snippet of it, which is really, really cool to have those connections to be able to interview him. He was the sweetest. We just did a little Zoom interview, but he was so, so nice. So I've just gotten a lot of cool opportunities. I've been really enjoying my classes. I have straight A's right now, which, is there any wood to knock on? Because I don't want to knock on the floor. I don't want to jinx it because there's still about 4 weeks left of the semester, 3. But I do have straight A's right now. This might be the first semester I'll have all straight A's, like solid A's, which could really be a big deal. Try to boost that GPA. So I don't know, I know everybody's like, oh my god, I'm failing online school. I'm the opposite. I'm thriving right now in school. I think just because, you know, I don't have a ton of extra time that's being taken up by like other things. Like I'm not, you know, going to really concerts, I'm not seeing friends as much, so I have more free time. And I'm the kind of person where if I have more free time, I'm just like, I feel like I should always be working on something. So any free time I have has been devoted to school or my job, or, you know, trying to plan YouTube stuff. But I've just been able to get like really far ahead on schoolwork, which I think has helped me because I have so many projects going on right now, both in and out of school. And I'm really proud of myself with my work ethic, because I think that if I didn't have this work ethic, I'd be really stressed and maybe I wouldn't be getting straight A's. So I don't know, I'm kind of thriving. Like I've just had extra time to be able to get ahead on assignments, really put my all into things, get excited about projects. So the past few months of school have not been bad. I know that online classes are going to continue next semester. I'm not opposed. I'm okay with it. My hope is that my senior year will be somewhat normal at this point. You know, I've kind of already written off junior year, which junior year is whatever. It's not a huge deal. I think I'm still learning quite a lot. I don't think that I'm lacking that much with the classes I'm taking from them being online, especially classes like an editing class where it's all online work anyways. So, you know, some classes, like I'm taking a French class, that could be better if it was in person, but overall, I think I'm still getting a very good education. I'm really enjoying the classes. I'm excited for the spring semester, you know. It just gets a little bit lonely in here. That's the only thing. Like, I'm thriving in some parts of my life, not in others. I don't know, you know, but school, I am thriving. I have been enjoying the classes, so thank you for asking. Next question somebody asked was, what 2021 albums are you looking forward to the most? To be honest, I don't even know what albums are set to come out next year. I feel like so many artists that I love put out albums this year, so I've been so obsessed with 2020 in terms of the music that's come out that I don't even know what's due to be out next year. Like, what's supposed to come out? Who hasn't actually? I was thinking of a band this morning. Who came on that I was like, they better put out a new album next year? I think the Stories so far are due for a new album. They haven't come out with anything since 2018. There was another band that came on though. What was the band? And I was like, oh, it'll be 2 years. Who was I listening to this morning? I don't know. I don't actually know what bands are like set to actually release things in 2021. I would love a new Stories So Far album. I feel like, I mean, I did not enjoy Panic's last album, but I feel like they might be due for another album. Oh, Turnover! That's the band I was listening to. I was listening to All Together yesterday because that was my winter album, and now that it's cold, I just want to listen to that album and like bask in the jazzy vibes of it. So I think it would be really, really cool if Turnover came out with a new album next year, because their last album came out in 2019, so maybe like late next year, you know, like the fall or something of 2021. I would love a new Turnover album because they can do no wrong. I don't know, those are like the only bands that are coming to mind. Like, oh, Trophy Eyes. Trophy Eyes are due for an album. Next year will be the 3rd year anniversary of The American Dream. So Trophy Eyes, where's the new music at? Like, that's one of my favorite bands that I really, really hope come out with new music next year. Other than that, I feel like most of my favorite bands have come out with stuff this year. I mean, Knuckle Pug, Movement, Dance Gavin Dance, like, there's so many, Boston Manor, like so many of my favorite bands came out with stuff this year, and oh my god, this year, music really saved 2020 because I have a 2020 newbies playlist I've been bopping, and so much good new music has come out this year. So I'm not sure. If you know of any bands that are due to release things next year, let me know. Actually, one more thing. I do know because when I interviewed Eric from Heart Attack Man, he said that they are set to be recording things or finish recording, I think, in the next few weeks or something. Or they might have already done it. I interviewed him in the beginning of the month, so they might already be done recording. But I think they're probably going to come out with new stuff next year, so that's exciting. But other than that, those are all the bands I think that I can think of that might come out with new stuff next year. If you guys know of any for sure, like bands that you think I would like that have talked about coming out with new stuff next year, please comment down below. Let me know, because I want to get excited for new tunes. I think this year was such a great year for music, so I'd love to see what else is going to come out next year. Someone asked on Instagram if I'm still friends with Alex. I'm assuming you mean like Alex who's been in my videos. If you didn't know, if you guys are new, I had a podcast the summer of 2019 called Warped Cast. It's still up on Spotify, Google Play, pretty much anywhere you can get your podcasts. And he was my co-host, and he was in a lot of my concert vlogs from 2018 to 2019. And obviously we had a podcast together, but we did have a falling out in our friendship at the end of that summer. So, I mean, the podcast was due to end for like that season at the end of the summer because I was coming back to Chicago. Our plan was to try and do it virtually, but then we had a bit of a falling out at the end of the summer, and that never happened. So no, we're not friends anymore. I guess that could change in the future. I don't see that changing anytime soon, especially because I'm planning on staying in Chicago for quite a long time. I don't want to go back to Albany long term, and as far as I know, he still lives there. So no, we're not friends. That's why you haven't seen him in any videos or anything. And a bunch of people have asked me, like, why don't you continue with Warpcast? What happened with Warpcast? And I really do love podcasts, and I love that form of content. And I would love to continue it, but I would want to do it with a co-host. I don't want to do it by myself, because I think if I had a podcast and it was just me, it would be too close to my YouTube content. My YouTube is something that's just me. You know, it's my channel, it's a solo thing. And when it comes to podcasts, I want to have a co-host. I want to have guests. I want to have a conversation, because when I listen to podcasts, I am drawn more to podcasts that have two people than just one person talking. So because of that, that's why Warpcast has been at a halt for like the last year. So, you know, maybe I'll bring it back one day. It actually sucks because my school got this whole new brand new podcast studio. So I was actually debating maybe bringing it back and just having guests, like my friends who love music, come in and do it with me for a little bit and use the studio because it's free to students to use. But with COVID, can't get in there, everything's closed. So Warpcast continues to be stayed on a halt. All the episodes are still up. I don't want to delete it or anything, you know. It was something that we were very passionate about. We put a lot of work into it. We had merch and everything. I mean, we had like people that were, you know, donating to the podcast. We had some fans. Like, it was really sweet, you know. It was a really good time. And I mean, I have listened back to it since we have stopped being friends, and sometimes it's hard, but like I'm still very proud of some of the content we made, and it was really fun, and I really, really enjoyed it. I learned a lot from it in terms of editing. So that's where we are on that. Maybe Warpcast will come back someday. I'm not gonna totally knock it off the face of possibilities, but that's the status of it and the status of my friendship with Alex right now. Next, somebody asked, will you be doing a top albums of 2020 video? Yes. Do you know me? Have you been following this channel for a while? Yes, I will be doing that. I have been filming that video for many years at this point. I don't know. I don't know the first year I started doing those album rankings, but it's been at least like 3 or 4 years, I think, of every year, usually at the beginning of the next year. So usually like in January, one of my first videos of the next year is about the past year's top albums, and I usually do my top 5 albums. Like I mentioned before, I think 2020 has been a fantastic year for music. I mentioned before that I have a 2020 Newbies playlist on Spotify, which is public if you want to listen to it. But it pretty much has all of the albums that have come out by artists I like in 2020. And I mean, it just keeps going. Like there's so many good albums here. So it is going to be really hard to pick my top 5, I think. Just to give you guys a little sneak peek, I mean, I love Hot Mulligan's album, even like Belmont's EP. Great. Dance Gavin Dance's album is fantastic. I feel like other people that I know that like them aren't freaking out as much about this album as I am, but I love it. Like, I've been bopping to it for so long. Downswing put out their first full-length album, which is really, really good. Oh my gosh, Beach Bunny put out their debut album, which is fantastic. You know, we got Neck Deep, even Taylor Swift. I'm not even that big of a Taylor Swift fan, but I've been listening to her albums so much because it doesn't sound like her. Like, it doesn't sound like Lover or any of her other most recent albums, which I think is why I like it. So I've been listening to her album a lot too. City Mouth, oh my god, fantastic album. You guys should check them out. They're from Chicago. They're really, really good. Obviously, Knuckle Puck, you got Movements. I mean, there's so many good albums that came out this year that I don't know. Halsey, oh my god. I mean, I've been bopping that since the beginning of the year. So there's so many great albums. I don't know exactly what's gonna make the cut in terms of my favorites of the year, so you'll just have to wait for that video and find out. My friend Maria said, try and predict the results of your Spotify Wrapped for 2020, which, by the way, girl, I love this. I got so excited when I saw you commented this because I think it's such a fun idea. And that is coming up. I'm really excited. I'm hoping to do a video about it. I usually don't. I just kind of post it on my social media. But I thought it could be fun to maybe go through my playlist with you guys this year. Because I feel like I've discovered a lot of new bands this year. Not from going to shows, but from like my friends and even from you guys. So I'm really excited to see what my Spotify Wrapped is. I mean, what do I think is going to be on it? I don't know who my top artist is gonna be. I feel like it might be Dance Gavin Dance again, because that's who it was last year. But honestly, it could be Knuckle Puck. I've been listening to them a lot. Who have I listened to like a ton this year? Oh, Grayscale. I wouldn't be surprised if they were up there. Like, stuff from Nella Vita is probably gonna be on there, because I've really listened to that album a lot this year. Definitely stuff from like all the new albums that have come out this year. I think a lot of Movements might be on it. What do you think like my top song would be? I feel like my top song is gonna be something from Dance Gavin Dance's new album. Maybe something from Beach Bunny too. I listened to Beach Bunny's album a ton over the summer. I really listened to Dance Gavin Dance's new album, as well as I listened to Ley Lines by Floor a lot. I made a video about my favorite albums in July, and that album was in it. I would not be shocked if Floor made it into my top artist of the year, because I listened to that literally all summer. I mean, that's the kind of album you can just put on in the background. It's just like really nice beats, such amazing lyrics, and just beautiful vocals. Like, it's a very easy to listen to album, so I would not be shocked if Floor was in my top artists, and if like literally that whole album made it to my Wrapped. Because last year, my like top 100 songs were like the same 6 artists over and over, which is like, I don't know. I was like, do I really just listen to like those albums and that was it? Like, it was like all of Dance Gavin Dance's like last 2 albums were on there. Like, it was just like a ton of blocked songs from artists. So I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of these 2020 albums. I hope Turnover's on there because I always listen to Turnover. I don't know. I mean, I obviously hope the Knuckle Puck is on there. I hope that my like faves that I love are on there. I feel like Hot Mulligan is definitely going to be on there because I saw them in February and I've been listening to their new album a lot, so I wouldn't be shocked if they were one of the top artists for the year. I also listened to a lot of hardcore this year because I listen to it when I work out. So like Knocked Loose is definitely going to be, there's definitely going to be a Knocked Loose song on my Spotify Wrapped, like my big playlist. But I would love if some Downswing showed up. I listened to a lot of like Born Anew this year as well, so who knows? I don't know. I feel like my top artist is gonna be Dance Gavin Dance again, because I love their new album and I love them. I listened to them a lot this year, with maybe like Beach Bunny and Floor coming in second or something. So I don't know, that's my prediction. We'll see what happens. I definitely do want to make a video about it because I think it's really, really fun. That's my prediction, I think, my very rough prediction. Next, my friend John asked, hardcore or easycore? I don't know what easycore is. First off, I realize I'm so bad with genres. Like, I brought up indie music to somebody the other day, and they were like, oh, like indie rock. And I was like, I guess? I don't know what that is. Like, I feel so uncultured. Like, I don't know what, like, classifies as, like, indie rock. I feel like when it comes to indie, I'm just so uneducated in that genre. And I listen to some what I would classify maybe as, like, indie or indie rock artists, but, like, I don't know. So this is just another area where I'm a little stumped. And so I'm gonna Google easycore, because I don't know what this means. Like, what are examples of easycore? Examples of easycore, it looks like it's Chunk No Captain Chunk, 4 Year Strong, Newfound Glory, in her own words, Carousel Kings. I literally listen to, like, none of these artists. I know a few Newfound Glory songs because I saw them before Easycore doesn't seem to be what I would listen to. I think I'm more hardcore. Let me search up hardcore bands though and see what pops up. Black Flag, Hatebreed, Knocked Loose, Madball. Yeah, I think I'm more hardcore, honestly, than easycore. Yeah, I'm definitely more hardcore than easycore. I mean, Knocked Loose is like probably somewhere in my top 10 favorite bands list. I love them so much. They're my favorite hardcore band. But I love Downswing, I love Born Anew, I love Gideon, I love, oh my god, who else? Oh, Drain. Drain is another band. Vama actually told me about them. They came out with a new album this year called, I think it's just called California? Or is it called California Cursed? Let me look that up. It's called California Cursed. Here's a little snippet. They're great. They kind of remind me of like a harder version of Born Anew a little bit. So I don't know, I've been listening to a lot of hardcore this year. Alpha Wolf, I don't know what they exactly would be classified as, but like I love listening to hardcore when I work out, and I've been really back on that like workout grind. So I mean, Sharptooth as well. I don't know, I really like hardcore, and I think I've gotten into a lot of new hardcore bands in the last year, or at least just been able to appreciate the genre more. When I searched up easycore bands, I recognize the names. Could I name a song by like any of those bands? Really, I couldn't. So I think that answers the question, John, but thank you for asking that. Definitely hardcore. I never like say easycore. Like I don't, maybe it's because I don't listen to those bands, but I don't like, I'm never like, what's your favorite easycore band? I don't use that term. I guess I should be educated as to what constitutes under easycore, which I guess are those bands I looked up, but I definitely am more of a hardcore gal. And just like that, we've reached the last question. My friend Chris asked, you gonna be doing your own merch? I laughed when I saw this. I appreciate the question, Chris. Thank you for asking. I don't think so. I don't know who would buy it. I don't even know what it would be, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, it was really fun doing merch from Warpedcast, and that made more sense because there was a name attached to it. Like, my channel isn't called something, it's just my name, it's just me, you know, it's my channel. So I don't even know, like, what my merch would be if I had merch. I was trying to think of, like, what's a phrase that I say that people might associate with me? Like, that could be cool in, like, a shirt or a sweatshirt or something, but I don't even know. What's a phrase that I say? I don't know. I feel like there's something, and I'm just not thinking of it, but if you're my friend, or if you just maybe have recognized a phrase I say a lot on this channel, comment down below. I don't know, like, first off, I don't think anybody would buy my merch if I made it, so that's a big reason why I'm not gonna make it. I don't think anybody would get it. I mean, I guess comment if you want that, or if you have an idea for what merch could be. I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be really cool, if I, like, had to make merch, I think it'd be cool to do, like, a dad cap or something, or a beanie. But I don't see that happening in the future. Unless I like blow up and get way more subscribers, or if people start really wanting it. I don't think anybody has ever wanted merch from me. I can picture anybody wearing my merch. I find that a little cringy, to be honest. Not of somebody having their own merch, just of me. So no, I will not be doing my own merch. I guess never say never, but as of right now, no. But there you guys go. Those are all the questions. What a good time. Hope you all have enjoyed this video, been able to sit back with me, with your beverages, you know, just chillax. Seriously, I really do appreciate all the support you guys have given me this year with everything going on and all the craziness. I've definitely been gaining more subscribers this year than I thought I would, just with everything going on, and with me not posting as much this year. Like, I know this is probably going to be the year that I post the fewest amount of videos in a long time. Which seems like you guys are very understanding of the reasons why. It's just, I don't want to half-ass videos to get stuff up. I really do want to make content that I am proud of and that I like. So, I don't know, you know, I'm taking it a week at a time, a day at a time these days with school and everything. And I am working on a lot of cool things behind the scenes with other people, and with other bands, which is really cool. But in terms of like my own channel right now, I feel like I'm kind of stuck just because like I can't go to concerts, and it's just like a weird world, and I am really staying inside most of the time. The last month was kind of crazy, and I did go out for Halloween, and I did go to the drive-in show with Knuckle Puck, which was very fun, but for the most part, like, I stay in here most of the week. Like, every week, I swear, every Sunday night, I'm like, I'm gonna do a week in my life video this week. And then I, like, wake up on Monday morning, and I'm like, my life is so boring. Like, nobody wants to see me sit in here all day and do homework. Like, that just doesn't sound like fun content for you guys. So, I don't know, I do want to challenge myself to do that because I think it would be fun and be fun to edit, and I just like want to create more content. I just don't want to create content that is crappy, and that seems to keep happening to me. I create something, I'm all excited, then afterwards I'm editing it and I'm like, this is not good, so I'm just not gonna put it up. And then I don't put up a video for like 3 weeks. So that's what's happening. But I am excited to go home in a week. I feel like when I go home, sometimes I get like a sudden kind of surge of inspiration from being home, because that's where, you know, I started my channel and everything, and it's really crazy. This year's almost over because I'm gonna be going into my 8th year on YouTube next year, which is like, once we hit the 10-year mark, I swear I'm gonna feel so old. Like, I'm really scared for that year, but like, she's coming up, like, time be ticking. But yeah, so hopefully I can film some fun videos at home, maybe with my mom or something. We want to do maybe like a cooking video. We thought that could be kind of fun. And if you guys would be interested in like seeing any vlogs from when I'm home over the holidays, let me know. I mean, I'm obviously not gonna do Vlogmas or anything because there's like nothing to do, but I will be rewatching my Vlogmas from 2017. So if y'all want to get in the spirit, you can rewatch that too, because that's still up on my channel and everything. So yeah, that's kind of the status of my life. I did finish Accutane, by the way, if you can tell by my skin looking pretty nice. I'm very happy, I'm very proud. That's been a huge journey this year, and I have actually been debating on doing a video all about my Accutane journey. I don't know how many of you guys would care. But if you have any questions regarding that, you can leave them down below. I finished about 2 weeks ago, right before Halloween. And yeah, I'm really, really glad to be done. I was on it for 8 months, and that was, the majority of this year was just like crazy with my skin. And so I'm so happy that with everything going on in 2020, we got clear skin in 2020, and that's something huge for me, so I appreciate that. But I feel like I'm just rambling now, so I'm gonna end the video here. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to anybody who asked me a question. Like I said before, be sure to be following my social media if you guys want to ask me questions in the future. You can also leave them as a comment to this video. Let me know how you guys are doing. I care about you guys. I always like to interact with you. How are you guys doing? What's a little life update for you? How are you guys, you know, preparing for the holidays during this crazy time? I hope you guys are all staying safe and staying inside. It looks like we're gonna have another crazy lockdown in the coming weeks. Please be smart, please stay inside, please don't see 10,000 family members over the holidays. Like, I'm just seeing my parents and that is it, and I'm excited for it. I love staying inside all winter long, so I'm okay with this. Please stay safe, take care of yourselves. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And other than that, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!